Have you ever walked into a room and immediately sized up the other women present? That quick assessment might be more evolutionary than you realize. In this article, I'll break down fascinating new research about how women identify potential mating rivals, what makes someone seem threatening in the dating world, and why certain appearance choices might help women navigate these complex social waters. Plus, I'll reveal the surprising finding about which women are most likely to face social rejection, and it's not who you might think. A groundbreaking study published in January 2025 in the journal Evolutionary Behavioral Sciences covered the fascinating mechanisms behind female competition. The mating game. It's not just about looking good. When it comes to competing for potential partners, we've long understood that physical attractiveness plays a major role. But this new research reveals something much more nuanced. Women track two distinct qualities when sizing up potential rivals. Competitive intent, how actively a woman seems to be pursuing male partners. Competitive capacity, how physically attractive a woman is, and thus able to attract partners. These findings completely reshape how we understand female competition, says relationship coach Maya Wilson, who wasn't involved in the study. It's not just about how beautiful someone is, it's about whether they're actively looking to compete with you for partners. The research, how women track their competition. The researchers conducted 3 experiments with 1,169 college students, a demographic known to be highly engaged in mating competition. Participants were presented with scenarios about fictional women who varied in both their physical attractiveness and their mate-seeking behavior. Using this clever experimental design, the researchers could tease apart how different factors contribute to women's perceptions of other women as mating rivals. What they found confirms what many of us may have suspected but couldn't quite articulate. Women who were both highly attractive and actively pursuing men were seen as the most threatening rivals. However, and this is where it gets interesting, these women weren't necessarily the ones most likely to face social rejection or aggression. The surprising social consequences. Here's where things get really interesting. You might think that women would direct their aggression toward the most threatening rivals, those who are both attractive and actively pursuing partners. But the study revealed something different. Women were more likely to aggress against other women who showed high competitive intent, those actively flirting and pursuing partners, regardless of how attractive they were. Meanwhile, physically attractive women, those with high competitive capacity, were actually more likely to be desired as friends, even if they were seen as potential threats. This suggests that women are strategic about who they target with aggression, explains social psychologist Dr. James Park. They're not just blindly attacking their most threatening rivals, they're considering multiple factors, including whether someone could be a valuable ally. Beauty and friendship, a complex balance. We've all heard the stereotype that women are catty toward beautiful peers, but this research presents a more nuanced picture. While physically attractive women might be seen as threatening rivals, they can also be valuable friends and allies. The study suggests this might be because attractive friends can enhance your own social status. Attractiveness suggests greater social influence. Attractive people may be better able to retaliate against aggression. The appearance, enhancement, sweet spot. Perhaps the most practical finding from this study is about how women can navigate these tricky social waters through their appearance choices. Certain styles of appearance enhancement, like wearing clothing that covers more skin and using natural-colored makeup, allowed women to effectively compete for male attention while minimizing the social costs from other women. In contrast, more revealing clothing and darker makeup not only signaled higher competitive intent, but also made women more likely targets for aggression from other women. It's like there's a sweet spot, says fashion psychologist Sarah Chen. You can enhance your appearance in ways that attract partners without triggering competitive responses from other women. Why this matters? Evolution in action. These findings aren't just academically interesting. They reflect evolutionary psychology at work in our everyday lives. Historically, scientific literature portrayed heterosexual women as relatively passive choosers rather than active competitors for mates. Recent decades, however, have brought scientific consensus that women actively compete with one another to attract desirable men. This competition can have real consequences. Women who become targets of competitive aggression may face difficulty forming vital friendships and romantic relationships, along with negative mental and physical health outcomes. The takeaway: understanding our social dynamics. So what does this all mean for us in the real world? Understanding these dynamics can help women navigate social situations more effectively. Rather than viewing all attractive women as threats or competitors, we might recognize the complex patterns at play and make more strategic social choices. For instance, the study suggests that appearing physically attractive doesn't necessarily make you a target for other women's aggression. It's when you actively pursue the same partners that you're more likely to face social costs. And remember that initial question about why certain women face social rejection? The research reveals it's not necessarily the most attractive women who face the most aggression. It's those who are most actively and openly competing for partners, regardless of their physical attractiveness. As we continue to understand the evolutionary psychology behind our social behaviors, we gain insight into not just how we behave, but why, allowing us to make more conscious choices about our social interactions. What do you think? Have you noticed these dynamics in your own social circles? The next time you walk into a room and find yourself automatically assessing the other women present, you might just catch evolution in action.